Hello future engineers, there is another video in fluid mechanics and hydraulics. This is mixed solve problems in fluid mechanics and hydraulics, and I hope that these problems can enhance your skills in solving problems in fluid mechanics and hydraulics. And this is a challenging one. This is a unique problem. You can seldom see this problem in other books or in or even in other bloggers. So for those who are preparing for their board exams, I tell you, I don't believe the national passing percentage reported by the Civil Engineering Board. I think the national passing is around 20% or less, and there are so many casualties with that board exam. So if you want to develop your skills, if you want to give your chance a greater chance to pass your licensure exams in civil engineering, you have to level up by solving problems that are unique, not the common ones, because you can easily understood the explanations and solutions to problems that are common. So if you want to develop your skills further, you have to solve challenging problems. And I consider this as challenging one. This is new. An open top container is in the form of a frustum of a cone is 90 centimeters across the top, 30 centimeters across the bottom, and 75 centimeters high. It is full of water and rotated about its vertical axis. Determine the minimum amount of water spilled if the maximum slope of the resulting surface occurs at the upper rim. The maximum angular speed in revolutions per minute such that the vortex of the surface just touches the bottom center when the slope of the surface is maximum at the upper part of the surface. Then the angular speed required to empty the full tank. Now, for the concept and the derivation of formulas for the shortcut, you proceed with the preceding video preceding to this. Then you can find there for right circular cones as container, the derivations, the explanations, and derivations of formulas and explanations there. So for this container, the maximum slope is the slope of the slanted face. You cannot go beyond that maximum slope. It is always this maximum slope. It is always tangent to the surface. Now for angular rotation, such that the maximum slope is less than this, then you can directly solve the volume spilled by parabolic surface. It is always occurring or crossing the top rim if it is full, if the tank is full at the start. But for any angular speed greater than the angular speed such that the maximum slope occurs at the upper rim, then the maximum slope is always this slope here, and the parabolic surface will just drop, and so on and so forth. And remember, the principle is the height here such that the slope is equal to this theta max is always half of the height of the cone. If there is no cone, then you have to extend it to form this cone. So therefore, from the preceding slides, this H max here is half of this total height of the cone. And if you want to relate it with the vertical parabolic curve passing side distance, that's it. That this is height and this is also height in surveying. Or if you review your calculus, the tangent will meet at this point at half the total projected distance of the tangent, this vertex here, vertical sum point. lowest point, or if it is vertical like that, then the highest point. Anyway, I already derived that or proved that in the preceding slides. So let's solve for y. First part is minimum amount of water spill. That's represented by this volume of paraboloid of revolution of height, which is, as I said, 0.75 plus y divided by 2. But I will show you that it's the same even if you use the formula. So y as to zero point 0.3 by similar triangles equals y plus 0.75 as to 0.9, the diameter at the top. Solving for y is 0.375 meter. So as I said, this h max here is 1/2 of the overall height of the cone, 1/2 of 0.75 plus 0.375, and that is equal to 0.5625 meter. So another way is using the slope tangent theta max is opposite 0.75 over 0.3. This is 0.3, 0.45 minus 0.15. So tangent theta max is 0.75 over 0.3, and that is 0.00111 omega square 0.45 omega square radius. So this 0.00111 for those who are curious, where do this formula come from? I derived this from the original formula tangent theta equals omega square r over g. So since omega there is in radians per second, you convert radians per second to revolutions per minute by multiplying, replacing W by the symbol omega, this omega here, in revolutions per minute, multiply by pi over 30, then square it, then divided by g. So pi square over 30 square is 900. So the exact formula is pi square over 3 over 900 g. So if you evaluate pi square over quantity 300 times 9.81, you will get this numerical value for the formula. Then 0.45 radius at the top. So solving for omega, that is needed so that the surface will be tangent at the upper rim, so 70.492 RPM. So I also derive a formula for the height, which is originally W square, angular speed in radians per second square, radius square over 2g. And I replace W by this symbol omega in revolutions per minute by multiplying pi over 30. So that becomes pi over 30 quantity square, then divided by 19.62. And that's why h is equal to 0.0005589 omega square r square, where omega is in revolutions per minute, then r square radius. So 0.0005589, again, I derived that in the first part of the topic, rotated vessels. So you can find the derivation there. Again, this is pi square over 900 over 19.62, which is double this value supposedly. Uh, I think double that value. So a half of this value rather. You just verify. So substitute HA 0.5625 meters, which is the same as this. So that proves, and the shortcut is, as I said, you just get the height, overall height of the cone, then the height of the parabolic surface, so that it is rotated that the in such a way that the surface will be tangent to the slanted surface of the cone or frustum of a cone. Then that's the principle. Substitute volume field is equal to pi over 2 radius squared times height. So pi over 2 radius 0.45 square height 0.5625 times 1000 to express volume field in liters. So volume field is 178.9 liters. Next, for part B, the maximum angular speed in RPM such that the vortex of the surface just touches the bottom center when the slope of the surface is maximum at the upper part of the surface. So let's draw another figure here where the vortex touches the bottom like that. And since by principle this is the cone now, since by principle the height of that parabolic surface is half of the overall height of the cone. So that means because we already calculated this height, which is y 0.375, the height of the paraboloid of revolution in part B therefore is also equal to 0.375 by principle already explained and proven. So HB is automatic 0.375 meter equal to y, and the radius at that part is the average. Because 0.375 is half of 0.75, you can obtain the radius by similar triangles, or shortcut, it is the average of 0.15 and 0.45, and that's 0.3. So that we can use this formula, tangent theta 0.75 or zero point 0.3, which is also the slope of the tangent here, is equal to 0.0008 omega square times radius, which is 0.3. Then you can solve for omega. So HB is y is 0.375, and this is the average radius, which is denoted here, as long as it is half of 0.15 plus 0.45, or RB is zero point 0.3. Substitute into this formula, we can compute omega. So tangent theta 0.75 over zero point 0.3 equals 0.001118 omega square 0.3, or the other way is tangent theta is 2 times this, or tangent theta is equal to y 0.375 over 0.15. That's the same value as 0.75 over zero point 0.3. So omega is equal to 86.335 RPM. You can also compute omega using the formula for H, which is this. So another way is height 0.375 equals 0.000558 times omega squared times radius squared. So omega is the same, 86.34 RPM. I'm just presenting two solutions to reinforce the principle so that your background will be that rigid, and whenever you encounter problems like this, you automatically proceed with the principle and use just one formula. I presented two solutions so that we can verify our answers and to verify the principle that that is true. Then lastly, the angular speed required to empty the full tank, and the tank will be emptied if the surface will be tangent to the bottom part, and the parabolic surface imaginary would be outside the tank as shown. And therefore, by principle again, this is the cone, the height of that imaginary parabolic surface such that it is tangent at the bottom part would be half of this y again, half of y, and the radius is 0.15. So that's h sub c, and h sub c is expected to be half of 0.75, or this is slope again, 0.75 over 0.3, which is the same as this. So 0.00011118 omega squared times radius 0.15 of this yellow imaginary parabolic surface. So omega is 122.1 RPM. Another way is HC is half of y, half of 0.375, then equals 0.000558 omega square 0.15 square, and you'll get the same answer 122.1 RPM. So that's it for this video. Sorry for this picture because my uh, PowerPoint will always crash if I consider the video. I'm alive. So I just present this picture so that it will not crash. It is very irritating on my part.